Hello friends, in this class we will try to see the Buddhist councils. What is a Buddhist council? Buddhist council is an assembly of monks. The assembly is necessitated by compilation of certain texts. So, there were 4 Buddhist councils which were held in ancient India. The first Buddhist council, second Buddhist council, third Buddhist council and the fourth. The first Buddhist council happened in the year 483 BC, which is the year in which Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana or Buddha died. 483 BC is the year when the first Buddhist council is held. Second Buddhist council is held exactly 100 years after the first Buddhist council, which is in 383 BC. The third Buddhist council is held in 250 BC. You must know it is very important, 250 BC, because it was held during the time of Ashoka. Ashoka was the ruler who organized, patronized the third Buddhist council. The fourth Buddhist council was held around 70 AD. The year, certain books, they are confused. So, it is considered largely accepted that 70 AD is the year when the fourth Buddhist council is held. And the fourth Buddhist council is patronized by a person who is called Kanishka. And the places where these Buddhist councils held happen to be, the first Buddhist council was held in a place which is called Rajgir. The second Buddhist council is held in a place which is called Vaishali. And the third Buddhist council is held in a place which is called Pataliputra. And the fourth Buddhist council is held in Kashmir, and the place is also a bit uncertain, and largely it is accepted that the fourth Buddhist council is held in Kashmir in a place which is called Kundalvana. Kundalvana. So, and you have to you have to understand all the 4 Buddhist councils and some important events had happened. Let us see the first Buddhist council. The first Buddhist council, as I told you, was held immediately after the death of Buddha. So, the monks were under compulsion in order to compile the information or compile the preachings, the teachings of Buddha. So, 2 important works were written, compiled in the first Buddhist council. One is Sutta Pitaka. Sutta Pitaka. Second is Vinaya Pitaka. Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka. Sutta means sermons. Sutta Pitaka is a compilation of sermons of Buddha. It was compiled by a person who is called Ananda, who happens to be the most important disciple of Buddha, who happens to be the elder cousin of Buddha also. So, Sutta Pitaka was compiled in the first Buddhist council by Ananda. Vinaya Pitaka is the code of conduct of Buddhist monks. What are the things they have to follow? During the time of Buddha, how the codes were established, those were compiled in a book which is called Vinaya Pitaka, and it is written by a person who is called Upali. Vinaya Pitaka is written by a person who is called Upali. And the second Buddhist council is important because the second Buddhist council, Buddhism got divided into 2. The 2 important sects of Buddhism which got divided in the second Buddhist council in 383 happens to be one Theravadin and second Mahasamgika. Theravadin and Mahasamgika. So, these are the 2 important sects which divided in the second Buddhist council, Theravadin and Mahasamgika. And the third Buddhist council is very, very important. The third Buddhist council, which happened in the year 250 BC during the time of Ashoka. In this time, Ashoka being a person who was largely influenced by Buddhism, and he took steps to convene the third Buddhist council, and in this Buddhist council, a very important work, the third important book about Buddhism, which happens to be Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka was compiled in the third Buddhist council. And another important thing which happened in the third Buddhist council happens to be Buddhism. Efforts were taken by Ashoka to spread the Buddhism outside India. He spread Buddhism outside India, and the most notable example being he has dispatched a person who is called Mahendra and Mahendra Sanghamitra. Mahendra and Sanghamitra, these two people had been sent to Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism. These things happened during the time of third Buddhist council, which was held under Ashoka, which was held in a place which is called Patliputra. The fourth Buddhist council is very important because the fourth Buddhist council was organized by a person who is called Kanishka. Kanishka happens to be a Saka, a foreigner who came to India and established his dynasty, which is called Kushana dynasty. So it is an example where a foreigner comes to India and gets affected by the Indian religion, which is Buddhism, and over a period of time patronizes Buddhism and was responsible for spread of Buddhism. So the fourth Buddhist council, which happened in 70 AD, happened during the time of Kanishka. And what is more important in the fourth Buddhist council is Buddhism got divided into two major sects. One happens to be Hinayana and Mahayana. Second, Hinayana and Mahayana. What is this Hinayana? What is this Mahayana? Hinayana is lesser vehicle. Mahayana means greater vehicle. Hinayana, Mahayana. So lesser vehicle, greater vehicle. This remind a larger division means in the Buddhism. So what is the basic difference between Hinayana and Mahayana? There are numerous differences, but just to make you understand, I will give just two differences I will give. Hinayana, they said to have believed the original teachings of Buddha. Mahayanists, they said that over a period of time, they accepted Buddha himself as God. And they accepted idol worship. Hinayana, because we all know Buddha preached that idol worship should not be done. So the Hinayana, they continue to follow the original preachings of Buddha, whereas over a period of time, because of certain necessities, Mahayanists, they began to worship Buddha in the form of idol, and they made Buddha as God himself. And the second important difference is that the Hinayanists believed in the concept of Arhat. That means every individual should do his best to attain salvation. Each and every individual should do his best to attain salvation. So according to Hinayanists, the most important thing a person has to do is to work for his own salvation. But according to the Mahayanists, they believed in a concept which is called Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva essentially means that somebody who has reached Buddhahood but had not become Buddha. Buddha is a state where a person had reached enlightenment. Bodhisattva means somebody who had reached the state of Buddha, but he has not become Buddha. So there is a last step which is waiting to happen in a Bodhisattva, because the Bodhisattva, which is essentially a concept of Mahayanists, they believed that it is essential that all other species in this earth, not only them who happens to be Bodhisattva, but all other essential features in this earth, species of this earth, everybody should attain enlightenment. So they are waiting for the last step to achieve Buddhahood. They are waiting because they have to help the other species also to achieve enlightenment. Then only they can attain enlightenment. So according to Mahayanists, the concept of Arhat, where a person strives just to attain enlightenment to himself, is considered to be selfish according to the Mahayanists, the Bodhisattva concept. So this is the basic difference between Hinayana and Mahayana. Thank you.